Hello and welcome back to another episode of Retro Alliance Gaming. So, trying to keep my cat here, but she was really pissed off and does not want to sit here. So, yeah, she took off. I have a lot of war. What's the word I'm looking for, baby? Battle scars? Is that what that is? Okay, battle scars. Anyway, so, we just got done doing our 100 sub video, and we actually jumped right up to like 115 in 3 days, so I was really happy about that. Yeah, well, 3-4 days, something like that. But either way, I'm really excited about that because I'm planning some really big stuff for when we get to 200. That may seem small to everyone else, but like I said, to me, to us, that is fantastic. So anyways, today I am doing part 2 of recent pickups. Now, on this one, I'm going to call them rare recent pickups. Also, for recent pickups, some of these I have gotten in the last week or two, maybe for my birthday, things like that. I just had a birthday on July 30th. Some of them were from maybe a couple months back, but nonetheless, these are pickups that I want to be able to show you guys. So, let me go ahead and get started right now. On the first one, Jennifer went ahead and sent me a gift, and I was basically drooling because I'd been wanting this for a while. I have a huge Dreamcast collection and I love fighting games on the Dreamcast. Okay, if you guys don't know anything about the Dreamcast and you love fighters, Capcom, you literally gave it more love than anything in the world that you can possibly imagine. There were so many awesome games. So I have Marvel vs. Capcom, Capcom vs. SNK, I could just go on really forever, Guilty Gear X. Again, I could go on forever, but there was one game that has eluded me for a while. And the game that had eluded me is Tech Romancer. Now, show you really quick.
The sad part is he has to time himself in order to do this to not go over the limit.
Yes, I do.
I have to
time myself. Well, and also for other reasons, but technical stuff. Anyways, Tech Romancer is a Capcom game, and that was a fighting game made in early, I believe, 2000 now. Back then, they were very experimental, and due to that, we got a lot of freaking awesome games. I wish they would be as experimental now as they were back then, but basically, as you can see, either to my left or my right, you have these huge anime openings, just beautiful. You get these giant mech robots. There are tons of different ways to play the game. There's versus mode, there's an online mode, there's a world mode, unlockables, everything. It's really hard to tell you about this in the amount of time I want to, but basically there were so many unlockables and so much beautiful music and amazing graphics that I would highly suggest you guys pick this up. We're talking about full-blown mech fighting, flying in the air, 3D style, shooting with missiles. It is just fantastic. The case came a little broken, but other than that, we have this right here, and the disc came in mint. Oh, I can't, I'm having issues opening the back right now because the disc is being a boob. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to keep it like that. The case came in kind of broke. I'm sorry. I normally would go into more detail on it. But in the future, if you guys are looking to get a game, this game is absolutely fantastic. Can you pause that?
No, but I can zoom in on your face.
Okay, just zoom in on my face. So, moving on to the next one. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, next one on my list that I want to show you guys. I want to go into more detail about Technomancer, but I kind of have to keep this at a certain time. Again, pick that game up. This is a game that I have been wanting for years and years and years, ever since I got my Sega Saturn. Now, when I got the Saturn, I started noticing that there were these amazing hidden gems. Now, I grew up with the PS1, and I played the Saturn over at my friend's house, and I loved it, but it was a big mix-up between getting the Saturn, Nintendo 64, and PlayStation, and at the time, I chose the PlayStation, and I do not regret that. But going back to the Saturn, I remember all these amazing games. There's like Panzer Dragoon Saga. I can go on forever about all these games that I have here. Shining Wisdom, Shining the Holy Ark, Lunacy, Guardian Heroes. There was just so many. And what happened is, these beautiful games that were being made, unfortunately, because the Saturn wasn't as popular, they were in very limited supply. So that's one thing. Another thing is the system was notoriously very hard to work on, therefore very hard to emulate, so you can't find this game anywhere else. They haven't ported it. So due to that factor and everything else, this is a very expensive game, and this is Albert Odyssey Legend of, is that Eldian? Eldian, I believe? Yeah. Let's just go ahead.
Eldian.
Yes, Eldian. Now, this game right here will run you around 200 to 220 bucks. If you're wondering how much I got it for $30, literally.
And a trade.
Yeah, I did a trade for a game, an extra one I had called Dragon Force, and I ended up paying just a little extra cash and getting this, and I cannot wait to play it. It is one of those hidden gems that I've been wanting my entire life. The thing about this game, and you're going to notice this in a lot of our videos, is that this is made by Working Designs. Now today, you will open a game, there will be no book, you'll be lucky if there's even a slip of paper in there, and you'll turn it on and it'll say, please pay us more money to unlock a new outfit. Well, back then, seriously, that's what you're finding. This company was very well known for, they didn't make the games, they distributed them, and they had a team of people who would localize the language to perfect English. They'd even change certain things like pop culture, sayings, all sorts of stuff, and I can't even begin to explain to you how beautiful this game is. If I open it right now and you look inside and you see the book and you see this beautiful disc that's right here, everything on here is actually layered. And what I mean by that is that, like the booklet, just to give you an idea, you could actually fill everything on it. All of the letters are raised. When you open the book, everything is in full-blown color. These were absolutely beautiful games. I mean, just purchasing them for the packaging alone was worth it, let alone the beautiful game that you got with it. So anyways, this was a very awesome pickup. I look forward to playing this in the future and also showing you guys more of Albert Odyssey, The Legend of Eldian. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one down, and moving on to the next one. Now, on this game right here, I bought Phantasy Star 1 for the Master System. I got Phantasy Star 2 and Phantasy Star 3. And when I was a kid, I played 2 quite a bit. I never got to play 1. I'm actually playing through it right now, and it's an amazing game. 2 is brilliant, and 3 is kind of the black sheep of the family, which I have, but haven't gotten the chance to finish. But one game I wanted to get and that I want to complete was Phantasy Star 4, the explosive finale. Now, this game was 24 megs, and it was basically saying bye to the Phantasy Star world and going to online. Not a whole lot of time to talk about this one, but basically it's comparable to Final Fantasy VI. Amazing, amazing graphics, just beautiful characters, and a very awesome finale to a wonderful series. Please pick this game up if you ever get the chance to. Just a wonderful game. Okay, so going on from there, next game I want to go ahead and show you is Lunar Silver Star Story Complete. Now, I already own the Sega CD version of this game right here, okay? Now, the thing about it is, when they first made this game, they were kind of rushed to put it out, but you couldn't tell that. There are cutscenes, there are actual, you can hear people speaking their voices, but there was a lot less than the second one. So Lunar Eternal Blue that game had a ton of cutscenes. This one was a little bit more limited, but it was wonderful. Now, with the second game, I don't feel the need to buy the complete version. But with this one, they took this already amazing, and I mean amazing, fantastic game, and they remade it for the PlayStation, and all I have to say is, oh my god, beautiful. The graphics are enhanced. Story, 2 hours of cutscenes where they only had 8 minutes before. You really get connected to the characters and the feel of it, and again with the packaging, all beautiful. Everything inside of this game is beautiful. Don't have time to open this up right now for you guys, but when you open it up, it has a book, artwork, a map, everything you could possibly want. If you get the chance, please pick this up. Lunar Silver Star Story, beautiful game. Alrighty, so for our next game that we want to go ahead and show, do you want to go ahead and introduce this one?
I entered the video because this is mine. Well, this is the Japanese version, not the promo disc.
No. But, do you know what? Yeah, actually, let's go ahead and show all of them. So, okay, a game called Legend of Legaia. Now, we already owned Legend of Legaia. Now, I have to say, I had never played this game until I met her and Mitchell and Mason, any of them. I knew nothing about this game.
Which is just disappointing.
It is, right? Because how much of a gamer am I, and I didn't know what this game was. But on a good note, they introduced it to me, and it took me a while to get to it. She got so irritated with me, yeah. And it was because when I started playing this game, like you can see the gameplay right now, it is a beautiful game, and one thing that I really loved about it was the music. I love the battle system. The battle system is amazing, and it's
a story and characters.
Yes, and it's completely different for everything else. And then the story, the characters, really, I consider it to be very underrated. They remake a lot of games like Final Fantasy VII and all these other games, which were already, great, and a lot of people got them. And I really wish that they would actually go ahead and do a remake of this game. Now, Now, to show you recent pickups, oh man, I gotta get over here for a sec. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm so sorry. Let's see, where is my other Legaia? I know it's in here somewhere. Here we go. Okay. Squeeze in there.
I'm not making face. What do you got?
Okay, so the reason I'm doing a recent pickup is there's a few. So the original one that we owned was this.
I have eyeliner all over my face.
You do not, honey. This is actually the one that she owned from when you were a kid, right? When did you buy this game? We have plenty of time, by the way, so don't worry, no time. 7, 8.
I was like 7.
7.
It came out in 1998.
Okay, so you've owned it for like 2 years then, right? Because you're like 11. Never mind. Okay, let's not go there. Anyway.
You want me to make that joke?
No, I don't. Okay. So anyways, this is the version. There was 2 things we recently picked up. The first one, as we showed you, was the Japanese version of the game.
Because I needed it.
Why? Because we didn't own it, and she wanted to own it, so I made sure to get it for her as a present. And in here, you actually have a really big booklet, which I really liked about
with images that don't come in the with the English version.
Yeah, and another great thing about this book is it was full color, everything in here, and there was actually extra stuff such as character descriptions. Of course, it's all in Japanese, but you could at least see, height and different kinds of things. But yeah, we picked up the Japanese version, which runs pretty much identical, correct, huh?
Gameplay-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know there is a few differences.
Obviously, there are some translational differences because it's Japanese to English. It's, not perfect.
Yes.
I just wish I could read Japanese so I could tell what's different. The disc is even different.
Yeah.
Case.
So to show you a difference really quick of that, the difference... Oh, yeah, we have this one right here. The difference between the artwork. Go ahead. As you can see, the 2 right here. And honestly, with a game that we love like this, we love having disc variations too. And I think it's just something that's
even
really
though there is no artwork in the Japanese, on the inside of the Japanese case, but there is Juggernaut, the...
Try to squeeze in here a bit so they can see.
The main Saru enemy in the game.
Yeah.
It's on the front cover.
Now,
same on this side. Oh.
Seriously, is it wide enough for you to see you? I hope it is. Okay, yeah, there we go. And here's the book for this one, which is actually far less thick. I don't know if it's more languages with the Japanese one, but... No,
there's just less art.
Is that book a color book, too?
Yeah, of course it is.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, that one's actually full of color.
We also have the guide. But
yes.
That's...
Okay, so anyways, so I hope you can see her okay. If not, well... now, this is the next one we want to show you. Now, before we show you this, she had every version of this game. Now, there is a disc that she wanted to get. Now, this disc was not sold to the public. It is something called a promo disc. Now, these discs back in the day were used, were used to send out to reviewers, basically to do like a demo version or sometimes a full game.
This is the PAL version.
Yeah, and the point of it was for them to do reviews, and these things can get pretty expensive. Like Final Fantasy VII, I'm pretty sure is super up there. Well, we managed to find a seller who was selling the PAL version of the promo, which is completely English language, and we can play it, because if you check out my other video below right here, click right there, you're going to see the video for the how to play imports. In case
Promo only, not for resale.
Yes, look at that, baby.
Freaking, I don't know.
Yes. So
usually I'm manning the camera and I can do the micro focus, but
yeah, but this is amazing. It actually shows all the names on here. Promo not for resale. It came in perfect condition, and this is something that is definitely sought after. Now, with a lot of these promos, sometimes they're sent out really early and they weren't completely finished. This one's a lot better. They're not completely finished, or some things are bound to change. Now, she hasn't played. She hadn't played. I dropped that through the whole game yet, but she did play some. Did you see any different?
There are some differences in the beginning of the game with the character models, but that's about it.
Okay, so
it was just like some of the Soren at the beginning.
But the really cool thing about it is you actually get the whole game. Now, we didn't actually have a case for it, so what we went ahead and did was, they used to sell, these cases where it carried up to 4 discs, but in this one, you basically just had the regular game disc in the back, and in the front, there was another mark which basically was empty. Well, we replaced it with one of these spindle things so that we could hold both of them in there. So we have the promo version right there, and then we can flip it open, and we have the Legend of Legaia English version, and then we have the Japanese one. Now, I think the last one, we also have the strategy guide. That's something that we did pick up.
Yep.
We have that, yep. And I think
which is incredibly useful, because I don't always want to pull out my own personal artwork of the moves list.
Yes, and honestly, I really like opening a book and just kind of looking through it,
And yet you don't read. And I'm a novelist.
Hey, I read all your books, though. I did.
Well, third one's not done yet.
I'm not sure if you guys are aware, any of our subscribers, but one thing I'd want to say about my beautiful fiance right here is that she's a writer, and she has written almost 3 novels. So let's say 2 and 3/4 novels.
About 400,000 words.
Yeah, she actually did something called NaNoWriMo. Is that what it is?
National Novel Writing Month.
Yes, and she actually finished what their deadline was.
In less than 2 weeks.
Is that what it was? Yeah. And she...
For the first year. The second year I did it in less than 2 weeks as well.
Yeah, basically if you do that...
So I won 2 years in a row.
What prizes do you get for that?
Just a bunch of random stuff. Usually has to do with self-publishing and free books.
And all that good stuff,
the actual prize is, having either half a book done or finishing a novel. Which, since I'm writing a fantasy epic, it's kind of...
Yeah. I think the point of it is basically to get people who want to write just to start writing. Just put something on the page. But the thing is, I remember when she started writing, and she did not stop. And when I say that, I mean on a day-to-day basis, she would sit there, put on her... We wake up normally in the evening because we're vampires, and she'd put on her headphones, and she would write all night. I mean, she literally did not stop writing this book from beginning to end. And that's how you know there's a spark.
And then I had an emotional breakdown at the end.
She had an emotional breakdown because she got connected to her characters. That's why they say all authors are crazy. Well, you're living in a world in your head you're creating. Well, yeah, you're going to get attached to them.
If 2 specific characters hadn't defied me and the plans that I had for the first book, the 2 other books would not have happened.
Yeah.
One single motion can cause a lot.
Apparently, yeah. So,
damn it, Karen!
One thing I wanted to say, other than talking about our games and stuff, is I'm not a big reader when it comes to books. I love video games. I love comic books or graphic novels, nonfiction books. I love reading autobiographies. But I sat down and got the chance to read her book, which is called Chronicles of Lysia.
Shattered Wings and Sabotage Heart.
Yep. Yeah, and we read the first 2 books, and all I have to say is I was blown away. Now, there's, this thing where you're like, okay, I've been with her for, 6 years now, honey? 6 years. So you think, well, no matter what, you got to be nice, even if you don't like it, right? No, okay? I'm telling you right now, it is one of the best novels I've ever read. It is beautiful. The characters are fully fleshed out. I felt like I could smell the scenery. I felt like I could see everything going on when I was reading it. And it really engulfed me in the characters. And I just want to let you guys know that my beautiful fiance right here, you should look forward to seeing books from her in the future because she is going to get published. She's already getting, some offers out there, and we're working on it.
I did not anticipate to go into this.
Oh, we didn't. But you know what?
Uncomfortable.
No, it's good though. We get to, we share something personal with our subscribers and people who care enough to listen, right? Yeah, we kiss now. Would you do the Dumb and Dumber kiss? No. Okay, sorry. Anyways, guys, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, this was an amazing pickup. All of these games, these amazing games. One thing I did want to show you at the end, one thing I want to tell you is that when you're watching this, I have gameplay in the corner, and I normally try to time it correctly by the videos because I use overlays, and I'm not going to go into all the complications, but I need to buy another program because the program I use currently only gives you one overlay, so I literally have to time this out exactly. But eventually, once I have some more funding, I am definitely going to get that. So either way, you get to see all the gameplay, but I didn't get a chance to show you everything I wanted to on this particular one. I did on Albert Odyssey, and on Tech Romancer I didn't quite get to, but most of it. One thing I did want to do at the end was thank Jennifer. Jennifer, thank you so much for getting this. Yeah, her mother, my mother-in-law. I'm just going to call her mom because that's what I call her now. It took me 6 years. But I just want to thank you so much for getting me this game. It is beautiful and amazing, and I'm just going to play the hell out of it, and it's perfect in my collection. And for you guys out there, one thing I did want to show you really quick was on here, with the remake of this, I highly suggest if you play the original one that you pick this one up. Now for me, the problem I have is the PS1 has so many classics because, it was long-lived, but the Sega CD was short-lived, so I feel like I want to play the Lunar games only on the console because it's the original console and it's very meaningful, because it has a smaller library of games. And the thing is, I suggest you play the first one on Sega CD and then play this one. And for the second one, I personally am not going to buy it. The game is fully fleshed out. It has every cutscene and it's beautiful. But this had 2 hours of extra cutscenes and so much more that it is a brilliantly beautiful game, and I had to pick it up. What I want to show you inside of here was just all the detail and love that Working Designs loves to put into their games.
He's trying to force me to cosplay from it.
Oh,
I don't like any of the characters that way.
Yeah, but we got no.
The only character I like is Galleon, and you're gonna cosplay him.
Yeah, but there's also other characters from
they're too girly.
Lunar Eternal Blue. There's one.
Not that there's anything wrong with being girly, just not. I
not
look weird when I dress girly.
Anyways, when you open this up, you see the pressing right here, and this is the stuff that's really impressive. So you open this up, and you have the case. And
it's really fun to make that sword, though.
Yes, oh my god. We have to cosplay this at some point.
Is that a butt?
That is a butt, yes. So, why she's holding this, the very first thing, is they give you this beautiful leather-bound art book. I can't go through the whole thing.
All the girls that I would want to cosplay are half naked, and I'm not very comfortable with that myself.
Well, there's also Lunar Eternal Blue, but see, anyways, if you look through here...
You can see her whole butt. Entire thing.
Oh, this is Galleon, guys, in case you don't know who he is. That's the guy I want to cosplay. Right there, I hope you can see that. See, baby? Sexy Galleon.
I've seen Galleon. I've watched her
How
play
about her? They have new characters in this one.
I don't cosplay blondes.
Okay, so just want to let you know, too, babe, that in this one, they added new characters. Evil fucking bitches in this one, I'm telling you right now.
If I use this as a napkin, would you kill me?
Oh my god, a handkerchief, yes. This is the map that they gave you with it. Oh my god, I'm already shaking. It's beautiful. It shows you the whole entire world that's there. You have, again, this beautiful book right here. Here's more of the characters. It tells you a little bit about the characters. It tells you about the magic system, everything about the game. There's even a walkthrough in here.
The making of Lunar.
Yeah, yes, I want to show them that right afterwards. And another thing in here that I find beautiful, other than the walkthroughs and everything, you get some really cool...
She seems very concerned.
Artwork. Yeah, she does.
She's like, ah!
She does seem concerned. Look at her. But yeah, this book right here is beautiful. It gives you a more idea into the world and just everything. It's wonderful. On here, what she was showing you, that I want to show you is, on the original Lunar, it was only 1 disc. On here, you're going to notice that it is actually 2 discs, or actually 3 discs. So what you get is you get disc 1 and disc 2. There were so many new cutscenes in this game that they had to actually add an extra disc plus the extra graphics. Is she making a face at me? God, swear to God, you're just as stupid as I am. Okay, so this is how much they had to add to this game. They had to put a whole other disc because graphics and cutscenes and everything else. So this is something you want to pick up. And then in the final, there's a soundtrack that goes right here, which sadly I do not have, but I am going to buy it separately, which is the full soundtrack to the game. And then a very important disc, which is the making of Lunar.
Pretty sure the game get discs are pretty important when it's a video game.
Yes, honey. Did I not say something like that? No.
You said a very important disc.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the game discs are actually a little bit more important.
Just a little
comparatively.
bit. Yes. But this is the making of Lunar Silver Star Complete, and this gives you full documentaries on everything that took place while they were making it. Again, you have artwork in here, just every orifice, and even if you want to look at the back, there's like a butt here too, which is awesome.
I just showed them that.
Because everyone likes a butt. Everyone likes a butt. You gotta have a butt.
She's over there.
Oh. What is it? Everyone loves a slinky. Why is she marrying me? Why do you want to marry me?
Because I'm just as weird as you are.
I think that's what it is. Anyways, guys.
The only person who will tolerate me.
Yeah, so I'm sorry.
And vice versa.
Yes. I'm sorry for the end, kind of needing to show you the rest of that. It's just like I said, I'm on a timer. Later on, once I get another program and I can put up more of these overlays, it'll be a little bit easier that way. But
limited overlays.
Limited. Yes, we have to time everything quite perfect. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. We both want to thank you for being our supporters and watching us. Anybody who comments or likes our videos. And just so you know, you may not see her in a whole lot of videos all the time.
I have anxiety.
She does, but she did do a lot of playthroughs with me that you're going to see a lot of playthroughs in the future. She does all the editing behind the scenes.
And art.
And the art. Even the entire Retro Alliance gaming you see on there. Everything.
And intros and music.
Intros and music. I mean, honestly, without her...
all the artistic crap.
I wouldn't be able to get it. Yeah, and in the future, one thing I know she's going to want to do is talk to you guys about Final Fantasy 13.
Which you can hear in the background.
Yes. We're going to go into that
I don't
series.
fucking care what anyone says. It is my favorite Final Fantasy games ever. The first one is a pain in the ass, but the other two make up for it.
It does, and we're going to do a whole retrospective of it, and well, she is, or I'm going to do it with her, because if you guys heard...
You're going to do it with me?
Yeah, I'll do it with you, yeah.
You're going to do it with me?
I'm definitely going to do it with you. Bad baby, bad baby. Anyways, guys, so yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for that in the future of Final Fantasy. Lightning Returns, awesome game. Don't listen to the critics, and remember,
Lightning Returns is amazing.
Best game ever. It is so beautiful.
Best game ever to him is pretty much every game he's ever played.
True, because Shenmue is the best game ever. It's an amazing game.
Shenmue's also amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Shenmue 3!
If you were in the Kickstarter and you saw someone named Etno talking about Ren over and over, that was me. I am obsessed with Ren. I love Ren so much. Obviously, long black hair.
Yeah, actually, that...
and also his shiesty attitude. Shut up!
Shut up! God! Idiot!
Idiot!
That was one thing that I loved, is that when I got with her and I was showing her Dreamcast, because she almost got one as a kid but didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, they were like, I'm not going to buy an entire console just so you can play a Sailor Moon game. And I was like,
yeah.
You buy them consoles?
So when I showed it to her, she got into a lot of games, Space Channel 5,
Nights.
Nights in the Dream of Saturn.
I had a dream about Nights the other night, which was just... I actually
jealous.
I dualized with Knights and everything, and we fought in like this carnival. We fought things in like this other nightmares in this carnival place. It was great.
I am incredibly jealous.
I think she knew I needed that before.
Yeah.
And don't bark at me for saying she, because it's up to the player what her gender is.
Yes. Her and me both look at Knights as a she. Do not care if you look at Knights as a he or they or a tortoise or whatever.
Tortoise is not a gender.
No, it isn't. But for us, we look at...
And I'm gender fluid, so don't even.
Yes, this is very...
Also pansexual. And don't say fuck pans, I will find you and I will hit you.
Yeah. No,
it just means that I don't have a preference of gender at all.
She doesn't.
I don't care about gender.
She's to love the person you're with kind of gal. Right? Is that the right way to go about it? I have no idea.
Guys, girls, agender, non-agender, gender fluid, doesn't matter.
I actually learned a whole lot about that. I know this video is probably going on for a bit
Well, we could just say, recent pickups and random.
Yeah, and stay tuned if you want to watch out. But yeah, it's just but that just reminded me though when I met her, I learned a lot from her about a lot of different things, and just things we're probably gonna rant about in the future. But even stuff to do with feminism. Like
I am a feminist.
I'm not gonna go into all that subject or anything, but it has such a bad name because people think it's there's this girl.
Like,
I'm not gonna go.
People think that we're trying to say that women are better than men. No, we're trying to say that there's this thing called toxic masculinity.
Yes.
That men are forced to repress their emotions, and women and they're told that women are bad. And naturally, that means anything feminine is a terrible thing, like showing emotion or wearing particular clothing and colors, wearing makeup, stuff like that. It makes you look like a sissy. In reality, it's not.
It's true.
What's wrong with any of that? There's nothing wrong with any of that.
No.
Show your emotion. You're a beautiful man. You're a beautiful woman, or you're a beautiful whatever you are. Just you know what? Fuck
Be
it.
who you are, right?
Everyone should be equal. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. That's what real feminism is.
Yeah, and that's the thing is...
And including intersectionality. Everything.
When I met her, she actually taught me a lot about this, and I'm clearly a feminist. I was made fun of in school for eyeliner, the stuff I wear, or called names and everything, very derogatory. But the thing is, a lot of people don't understand feminism, and what I mean is, I'm not going to go into details, but there's certain people who call themselves feminists who are not, like a person named Anita Sarkeesian. Yeah, okay, and she's this person...
Toxic!
Who basically...
Toxic woman!
Isn't even a gamer, and she goes out there and bashes any game that has a boob in it, which is ridiculous because they're supposed to be desexualizing women.
But in reality, they're just further sexualizing women by pretending that something should be censored. Really, it's just, what, a pair of underwear?
She's the reason why they didn't bring, the Dead or Alive Extreme BT, all this other stuff over. But
Even though I hate that.
Yeah, I hate that game too. But the point of the matter is, guys and people will look at it and think, oh, that's what feminism is. Feminism is...
There's a fine
saying,
line between actually sexualizing a character being a sexual object and being sexualized and just being a person who likes their sexuality. Like Bayonetta, for example, she hones it. She is sexual because she wants to be. She flaunts it in front of you, and you can't fucking touch her.
Yeah,
I don't know the character's name from Metal Gear Solid, the one with the...
Snake? Oh, no,
No,
the girl.
the woman. The new one with just the bra or bikini top and then the whatever else she's wearing. That is sexual objectification in an example, because how is that going to protect her at all? That's just there for the male gaze. That's it.
Yes. So
that's sexist.
So yeah, the whole thing is
totally different.
I think that it gets a bad name because
I'm not saying you shouldn't enjoy the game. I'm saying that's just an example.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with enjoying it.
No, but the whole
at least acknowledge there's a problem.
Yes. The whole point is that a lot of people will look at it as being, just the Anita Sarkeesian or something like that, and realize that really, I learned what feminism about.
She's abusive.
She is abusive. I do not like her. I just don't talk about her on the channel because I try to keep it positive, but she's fucking nuts, okay?
Not in the good way either.
No,
I'm actually mentally ill. I know what nuts is. She's toxic.
She is toxic, and the thing is, all feminism really is equal rights for men and women. Now, I will say, as a man right now, and others, you cannot tell me that women aren't, basically, men make more money than women. There's so many things that were built up, and they just want to be equal.
Trying to say the pay gap isn't real, but it is. If you look
into
it, people
real,
keep denying
guys.
it.
So all it basically is a man and a woman be treated equal. It'd be nice in a video game if they can flaunt their boobs. Let the guy, flaunt his slong, and a big freaking...
At least that would be equal like that.
...cod piece or something like that. And that's all it is. They just
that's why I like Killer is Dead. Because David has, this outfit that's just rope and cod piece, and then there's the women who's dating. It just... And they still have characters.
Yeah, like Lollipop Chainsaw. Like Anita Sarkeesian was going nuts on that. She loved that game. That's not what feminism is. Yeah,
like Juliet knows she's a sexual being. She, doesn't mind flaunting her body and stuff. She doesn't care. She owns it because that's who she is. If she's empowered by wearing clothes like that, that's her character.
Exactly.
If someone isn't empowered, if someone is empowered by just wearing, clothes covering their entire body, that's also perfectly fine. Yes. It depends on the character. But then there are characters who, don't even acknowledge it, aren't really that sexual of a being, like Bayonetta is. And then, other characters that aren't, and then that's just male gaze.
Yeah.
People that are characters that are created for a male gaze. It just there's a difference, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Just at least acknowledge that there's a problem here.
Yeah, exactly. But see, as you can see her, she's not jumping down my throat about playing games that have women who are sexual
games
in them.
just piss me off, but
Like, you don't care about No More Heroes or any of that kind of stuff.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah. You know what? Real quick, since we went into this subject, and by the way, guys, I'm going to put, if you're still watching, it doesn't matter, but
Warning, feminism.
I'm going to have an annotation saying, keep watching if you want to hear a random rant. But one thing that I actually was wondering if you wanted to do, like, if you want to say something to anybody who was wondering about it or on the fence or, like, I don't know, even your brother, I think he understands it pretty well, Mason and everything like that.
My brain gets jumbled a lot, so it's kind of hard for me to debate. But you can probably explain it better.
Basically, what it comes down to, and this is very simple, when you see things like Anita Sarkeesian or any of those kind of people who are basically bashing men and saying,
that's not real feminism.
Okay, that's not real feminism, or them saying, oh, you can't play this game, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. Or saying trans women aren't
real women, that's also not real feminism.
No, that is...
If your feminism isn't intersectional, it's not feminism.
No, it isn't. Okay, so the whole point of it is, all it means is equal rights for men and women. Everybody knows that men and women haven't had...
And all genders.
Yeah, and all genders haven't had equal rights whatsoever. They've been paid less. There's a lot of different things and stereotypes in the way it works.
We're not saying that women are better. We're saying we're the same.
We're all the same, and we could just live together and be happy. Yes, exactly. Right? Doesn't matter. Do you know what? Video games, bring them along. They have some character. You want boobs bouncing and dicks bouncing around. Just try to keep it even if you can. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't just jump on something and say, oh, this is...
Like Saints Row, where you can make their boobs bigger or their crotch bigger for, guys for crotch bigger and make girls' boobs bigger or smaller. That's even.
It's awesome, yeah. I mean, stuff like that. It's just, if anybody actually understood the term feminism, they would say, I'm a feminist. That's simple, but...
Unless you really don't believe that women are equal to you, then you're just an asshole.
Yeah, and, I mean, that's true.
And you shouldn't be, because I hate you.
It's true. I mean, if you don't think that, but that's...
I'm a bitch. I'm very straightforward.
That's okay.
And I also own the term bitch because everyone calls me it anyway. It's like, okay, I'm just going to be straightforward and blunt. That makes me a bitch? All right, I'm a bitch. I don't care.
I love you. And I love that you're straightforward, and I love that you're willing to speak up and speak your mind and put things out there, and I think it's great. But anyways, yeah, so that's the whole point, guys. I know we kind of went on into a ramble here, but if there's anybody watching who just thinks feminism is about these women out there bashing men, that isn't real feminism.
And yes, there are people who claim they're feminists and who are very toxic, like Anita Sarkeesian and some other people that I know of, but I won't name.
Yeah.
And they use it to their advantage and pretend that it's like, and then they just give us a bad name. And it's like, no, we're trying to make it even. We're trying to make it so everyone's happy with who they are.
Exactly.
Regardless of their body, regardless of their gender, regardless of how they act, what they wear, or anything, or what they do. So long as it's not like murdering people.
Yeah, exactly.
If it makes you happy and it doesn't hurt somebody else, who the fuck cares?
Exactly. And
like, how does him wearing eyeliner hurt you? It doesn't.
No? I like wearing eyeliner.
Unless, like, eyeliner physically burns your retinas when you see it.
Yeah.
You should probably get that checked out.
You should probably get that checked out. That would be really weird.
Right.
Yes. Anyway, so yeah, guys.
I think he's very pretty.
Thank you, honey. See, look. This is my sexy face.
Did we just do that in unison?
I think we did. We'll have to see when we play back the video. But, yeah, so anyways, guys, that's it. I know we kind of went on into a rant and going on into things, but you know what, guys?
I get distracted easy.
Everybody equal rights, okay? All the way around. And do
what you want.
Do what you want. Do you know what?
As long as it's not like hurting puppies or something.
Stop censoring art. Don't be censoring our video games. Stupid Anita, you can go kiss my ass because you are not a feminist. Anybody out there, please research it and realize that that is not a bad term. If you believe in equal rights, that's it. You're a feminist.
Don't say egalitarianism because it just makes you sound pretentious.
Yes.
And that's not. It's feminism. That's it. That's what it is. The reason it's called feminism is because women are treated poorly, and we're trying to make sure that being feminine, not necessarily a woman, is all right. Like, crying when you're a guy, or wearing pink, or wearing eyeliner, or lipstick, and any other kind of makeup as a guy. It's okay. The whole point of having turned feminine in feminism means that femininity is okay.
That is
being compared to a woman is okay. You're not any less of a person because of that.
Yeah.
And being a woman is perfectly okay. Being trans is perfectly okay. Be who you are.
I'll be the first to tell you really quick.
That's the whole point. Just be who you are.
Yes, I'll be the first to tell you that when I grew up, I was pretty much taught that men don't cry, right? So the thing is, I honestly, I don't cry a lot. You won't catch me doing that. I kind of hold everything
Mostly
in.
because we're psychologically taught not to.
Yeah, taught not to kind of thing.
But when he does,
yeah, and I went to school. I got made fun of
You're a
because
guy,
my
you're allowed to
eyeliner.
cry.
I've been called things before, everything else. But you know what?
That's toxic masculinity.
I came to a point in my life where I realized, you know what? I'm going to do whatever makes me happy. You want to know why I wear eyeliner? I like how it looks on my face. You know why I wear all black? Because I enjoy wearing black. I mean, you know, I guess I'll sacrifice the occasional goat who doesn't do that, right? But, you know, other than that...
By goat, we mean snacks.
Yeah, and by snacks we mean Twinkies.
Belly.
What? Belly?
Sacrifice snacks.
Yeah, pretty. You always would. Alrighty, so sorry for that quick cut that you're going to see. Our camera actually died because we talked that much. It was kind of crazy.
Whoops, I don't usually talk that.
Anyways.
I must be high.
What?
Must be high.
Or something, yeah, Twilight Zone maybe. Anyways, guys, if you have any comments or anything about the games that we showed you, please post below. If you'd like to see another video about hidden gems, let me know if you enjoy it. And also, if you have anything that you would like to say about the whole feminism thing, or you know anything positive you want to go ahead and point out, please go ahead and.
I'm not very good with negativity.
Yeah.
Especially this week with everything that's happening.
Yeah, we can definitely use some positivity. So if you have anything that you'd like to say that's nice or something, please just leave it in the comments below.
Maybe Google it, because I'm not very good at explaining things.
Yeah, sometimes it comes across hard, but we mean well. Anyways, guys, thank you again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode.
And there's Butters.
And there is Butters. Boutros. Say hello. Butters! Butter! See the baby?
Bean. I'm gonna poke it. I'm gonna poke it. I'm gonna poke. Boop.
Boop, boop,
Lick,
boop.
lick.
And on that note, we will see you next time.